Welcome to episode 37 of the Wilderness Podcast, the show where things get wild. How about that?
It's pretty good.
I am your host, Dills, and over there is Deegan.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up with you? How was your week?
Non-gaming related, nothing really. Played like a little bit of Rocket League.
Nice.
That's about it.
That's what I like to hear.
RuneScape related, I did a shit ton.
Oh shit.
So after we did our episode last week, okay, I probably mentioned on how I thought, like, when I heard Inferno was coming out, I was just gonna try and go for it, with the next 3 days, I'd have the Inferno cape, and then obviously you find out that no way would that happen.
Nobody has the Inferno cape.
So, I don't know, it kind of, like, sparked me to, like, okay, well now, like, I have more things to accomplish than just, like, doing raids for the sake of them. But I have to do raids to be able to do Inferno, because you're gonna need some pretty decent gear. So I've been gearing up for raids pretty hard. So I've been doing, like, a lot of Slayer, and been doing some farming, because I need 68 farming. So I'm just, like, doing herb runs and stuff. You need that for the Elite Void. Yeah,
okay.
So, been doing my farm runs and, like, a lot of herbs and stuff because I also need 78 herb lore.
What are you planting for farming?
Well, I was doing, like, just my watermelon seeds. I spent, like, maybe, like, 400k on trees and shit. Like, 300k. It's so expensive that I just said, fuck it. Like, all my Slayer money was going towards trees and shit. And, like, now it's, like, I kind of need that money. I need some of the Slayer money to, like, replenish, like, prayer pots and whatever.
Yeah, you buying yew trees?
No, I had yew trees. I was buying maples and stuff. Like, maples I was buying them for, like, 40k each. It's stupid.
It's really good experience, though. It's really good and really easy.
Just expensive as hell. So, but the whole time I was also doing my allotment. So I was doing watermelons, doing limpworts, and then I was doing corms. Because that was the best seed I could do. And, I can do, like, snapdragons now. I have, like, 63 farming.
Oh, shit. No more selling the seeds when you get them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have 3, but I'm gonna be planting them later on. And, I'm just gonna be planting them in the Troll Stronghold one because they can't get diseased. So once you do my Big Arms adventure, you unlock an herb patch that can't get diseased because one of the trolls watches it for you the whole time.
Solid.
Yeah, but I ran out of quorum, so I had like 50 or 60 Renar seeds that I just had chilling from Slayer and stuff because I like to stockpile and then just sell it. And
they're worth a pretty penny.
So I've been just ripping through those, and like it's kind of nice. I'm going to keep the herbs because I'm just going to use the herbs to get my herb lore up as well. And then, like, I have, like, 180 Renars from farming.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like, it's really good. I'm doing them multiple times a day. And I could be doing them more, but, like, I'm not timing them at all. So, because I think it's, like, 80 minutes is the fastest Renars can be done, I think. I'm just kind of pulling that. I looked at it, like, Saturday, so like a week ago.
Okay, approximately.
Yeah, around 80 minutes. So I'll do like 1 or 2 Slayer tasks, and depending on how fast they are, maybe 3 or 4, and then I'll just go do a run. True. And so I'm like, getting a lot of things done at once. I got enough money and bought my primordials, so that's nice.
Oh, you got the primordials.
Yeah, so now
finally,
I gotta save up 70 mil for a goddamn Dragon Warhammer.
Oh, that's next?
Yeah, so what my plan is max out my combat, like, range and melee combats through Slayer. Well, I'll do range as long as I'm making money still. But, range and melee through Slayer, and then once I'm done that, I'm just gonna start doing Zara. And I'll do that until I have enough for a Dragon Warhammer. But, I should have, like, maybe 20, 30 mil from Slayer once I'm done. Right now, I have 4 mil. I have, like, nothing. Because I was spending it all on farming and shit, but now I'm kind of like, oh, I don't need to do that, because, I can just do herbs, and then with the herbs, I'll be able to get, like, some herb lore levels. But yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna crank those up. I need construction up a bit. I need, like, 1 or 2 levels, but I can do a plus 10 boost.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So that's not too bad. So yeah, I don't know. Just had a lot of things planned out. I pretty much have all the requirements for Elite Void. I just need like those 3. And
when you were talking about your bank, I was reflecting about my bank. I'm just like, fuck, man, my bank has tanked since like probably when I started trading my Magic from 85 to 94. Because that's when I really started gutting out a bunch of shit and just selling stuff. And I ended up ice bursting all the way up to 94 Magic. And then from there, I basically eventually set the goal to get my construction up, which you know how much money that fucking costs.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm building up my house, like plus losing my whip, my bank is so small. Like it used to be like 60 mils or something. It's like 20 or 30 mil now.
Ouch.
It's just and I have like no expendable cash.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of like get the big items first, and then they help you make money faster for your skills.
I got impatient.
Yeah. I mean, regardless, you're
clearly I was ice bursting for 10 levels, so.
Yeah. I don't know, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know, I have like everything. I need Elite Void, I need a Dragon Warhammer, and I think that's it. Like, I'll have 99 combats. Like, I got 99 health last night, and I got 98 attack last night as well.
Oh, nice. What's your strength and defense?
99 strength and 91 defense. That's right. And then I got 92 range as well, just from cannoning and stuff. And you know what's actually really weird? A couple months ago, I unlocked the Jad task from Slayer.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I hadn't gotten it ever. I completely forgot about it. And then like on Sunday I got one. And I was like, oh sweet, finally a Jad task. Like, I'm gonna go for the pet. Like, I'm down. Like, it's a free chance to get a pet, and doing Jad is really, really good Slayer experience.
Yeah, like, plus you get the benefit with the Slayer helmet, so.
Yeah, I do awesome. In like 45-ish minutes. I mean, like, I'm not like trying to do as fast as I can. I kind of just take my time with it, and I'll be on Discord or watching a movie or something. And you get like, I don't know, 30k-ish. Like, you get 25k for finishing it, and then, experience for killing every single thing in the cave. So you get like a lot of experience. You probably get more than 30k. So it's like pretty good Slayer experience. And since I got it on like Sunday or whatever, Saturday, I've gotten either 1 or 2 Jad tasks a day. Like, I got 6 this week from like Saturday or Sunday, and I've gotten one every single day. I got 2 yesterday. And
no pet yet, eh?
Oh no, it's 1 in 200 every time you kill Jad, and then 1 in 200 when you exchange your cape.
Are you exchanging the cape? Or
are you keeping them? Oh fuck yeah, I'm exchanging it.
You're never gonna get the Inferno.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, honestly, I should be killing the Dzars because you can get the Obsidian armor and sell it for a lot, but...
Yeah, that's true. That's what I always did. I always killed... This is before the expansion came out.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always do, and that's how I got some Obby capes and the Obby shield. That was just because I bought the Jad task, because I was like, yeah, let's get the Jad pet as well, and let's get some fire capes, and let's get good at Jad finally. And then every time I get it, I just like, I could, or you know what, let's just fucking puss out and kill the little dudes.
Yeah, I don't know. I've killed Jad more than I failed now. I've killed him like 7 or 8 times now, and I've died I died to him 5 times on my attempt to get my first kill on him.
Are you doing it like one shot every time?
Oh yeah, I failed 5 times, and then now I've done it like 7 times or whatever in a row.
Nice.
Like, once you beat it once, and you go back to the second time, and it's like, this is a lot easier. I mean, I don't get the shakes. I get a little nervous. I definitely don't freak out like I did on my first one. I still get like a little nervous. I don't know, Jad's like pretty easy for me now. I like don't need to look at a wave guide or anything. I just kind of go with it. I just know, 30 just protect magic. And you're not gonna get one shot, and you can just kind of get the rest done.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know. Maybe by the time everyone's listening, I'll probably have 99 attack, and then I'll work on defense.
Shit, you're getting there.
Yeah, I want one of those, what's it called? The imbued hearts to drop. Cut my progress.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I really need. And I mean,
I never get anything from the superior.
I got 1k gold from my last superior.
Nice. It's not bad.
I got 2 drops of I got like a fire rune drop and then like 500 coins. And I was like, well, I'm here for the experience, I guess. But then like spiritual mages. All right. I've done 350 kills of spiritual mages. 9 dragon boots.
Oh, that's
all right. 1 in 128. And I got 9 dragon boots.
Yeah, there's that RNG.
It's bullshit. I mean, it's nice to get good RNG. You know, usually you make like 60, 70k from a task. I'm walking away with, 500k from a task. But, cause I'm getting like, 2 pretty much every time. And,
okay.
But then like, I crank out like 100 kills of, Sarah and I get nothing. You know what I mean? I get like 1 mil doing a duo for like 9 hours straight. You like that.
That's what you get for getting a DFS so easily. And, what was it Tassets? Was that the other item you got really easily?
Yeah, but RNG falls short after a while. The amount I've been playing with this game, it's like kind of wish I had a bigger bank. I mean, I'm 120 now, and I'm like struggling to find like a good way to get a Dragon Warhammer besides Zalra.
Yeah, it's like, you just got to grind out like 100 hours of room crafting or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly should just do Zalra, but I don't know. I don't like the boss, and the thing with like runecraft is like I'm getting skilling levels I know I can make 1 mil an hour from Zalra. I mean, from runecrafting, and back before they nerfed Zalra, I was making 1 mil an hour, which is like people were able to make like 4 mil at the time, and I was making 1 mil. So now with the nerfs, I'm gonna be making shit money. Yeah. And I know runecrafting's guaranteed, but that's 70 hours of runecrafting.
But the idea of bossing is supposed to be like, you're not supposed to be getting consistent money, maybe a little bit of consistent like payout, but like you're waiting for that big drop.
Yeah.
Right? You get that 2 mil, 3 mil item. Coming from Zalra, I think that's what the
Onyx or whatever. The big drops.
Yeah, I'm trying to I just went blank. You know what I'm talking about though. The fangs.
Yeah, I mean, wilderness bosses are really good money, but I always get killed at like Callisto.
Yeah, me too.
It's fucking annoying. Oh, cool. Bird nest drop, 500k. Nope, fucking team of 20 people jump me.
Yeah, I'm just like, guys, I'll just trade it to you and save you guys the headache. It's actually saving me the headache, but that never works out.
No, they don't care. I don't know. They have to change like you can like literally log in and out right next to Callisto, and that's what makes it such a bitch to fucking do when you're actually killing it, not trying to kill other people. I kind of hope they change the aggro range.
The only reason people are going there to kill people is because people go there to kill Callista, so it kind of balances out. I guess, but like it should be that way.
But you're able to sit in like a little corner behind Callisto near like the little crater trench thingy. I don't know if it's a river. I forget. And you can log in and out, and you can just world hop, and Callisto won't aggro onto you. And then you'll log in, see someone attacking Callisto, and you're like, oh, cool. And now you're in fucking Ice Barrage range, and now you're dead. Haha. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, it's just the way she goes. Welcome to the wilderness.
Yeah. I mean, Callisto's really good money, so I guess there should be like some negatives towards that.
You gotta bring like an escape plan, whether it's being some backup PK armor or something, or just some way to get the fuck out of there.
Well, the only thing you can do is run and hope, 8 people can't kill you. And like, there's times where you make it. You're like, all right, that's fine. I live. That was easy. And then there's times where it's like, you're getting barraged and like they're hitting like 20 plus every single hit, even if you're praying against them and wearing tank armor. And you're like, this is bullshit.
You can hope Callisto attacks one of them and just fucks them up. I don't know.
My main complaint though is because they can ice barrage you from where they log in and out. Like, Callisto's gonna hit you for a 40 eventually, and they'll just sit there and fucking ice barrage you and hit you with like a rune crossbow or something. But
true.
I don't know, that's the wilderness. You risk that every time you go there.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I think that's it though. I did a little Winter Todd on my hardcore Iron Man, but
cool. How's that coming along? You playing your hardcore a lot?
No, I've barely played it. I was just bored one day doing Slayer, so I just went and gave him a bond.
True.
Just to have something else to do while I was like AFKing, like Aberrant Spectres or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't want to get 99 fire making on my hardcore, but I know I really should. So I don't know. I'm kind of like it'd be really good for me if I were to get 99 fire making and then just do a bunch of shit and gear up for mining time.
You say it like it's such an easy task. Maybe I'll just get 99 fire making.
It's Winter Todd is so easy and it's decently AFKable too.
Like that's the thing. People told me, it's decently AFKable. You know how many times I've died because of that?
Really? I have never died. I've never even come close. And what I do is I turn the sound on, and so you can hear when you take damage.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And I have it just a little bit loud, like just so I hear it while I'm watching a movie and slaying. And I just, click again and just go back to doing whatever. And it's really good experience too, so it's like, I'll play for like an hour or two, and it's like, there's 3 levels. Nice, you're 80 whatever now.
Yeah, it's super hard for me. I'm just terrible at this game.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what about yourself?
Let's see. Didn't do too much. I got a lot coming up in the real world. When I say I didn't do too much, I just do a lot of boring shit. Like, do you want to hear about my gardening on the weekend?
Sure.
Okay, well, I planted some perennials. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And they're basically these plants that they'll die during the winter, but then they'll come back every year. They're really nice because where I work, they do this like flower giveaway thing, and there's always a bunch of leftover, so I can take a bunch. And yeah, so I planted them, and then they didn't really grow last year. They just died immediately. The garden's in the front yard of our house, so it just looks like shit. All of our neighbors have awesome gardens and shit, and we're just like, everything's dead. We're just like, fuck. Some pot plants growing in there and stuff. Yeah, so I've been just dumping a bunch of soil and manure and then spreading these wildflower seeds because fuck it, maybe those will grow. Something's got to grow, and yeah, that's my gardening. See, it's boring. I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, a little too late for that now.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot coming up though. Yeah, I think I talked about it last week, but Cirque du Soleil coming up on Friday, coming up tomorrow. I'm pumped for that. There's a War of 1812 reenactment coming up as well. I think that's coming up this weekend or next weekend.
Not bad.
You participating?
Oh yeah, I'll always
fight some Americans.
You know me.
And yeah, RuneScape. I just did Slayer. Nothing happened there. And did some wood cutting. Ooh, was that exciting? Oh boy, that was my life.
Nice.
Tell me. Let's hear it. Let's get into the news now. What's RuneScape got in store for us this week?
All right. So this week, June 8th, they had the Pest Control / Open Weekend update. So they've buffed Pest Control, thankfully, because I have to get my Elite Void. So it's really good timing for me. But they've changed it now. So winning a battle earns you 3 points on the easy boat, 4 on the medium, and 5 on the hard.
Cool.
And the little drawback though is you can't AFK anymore, which isn't really a drawback. Because like I got
They'll speed up the games anyways. These games will go so much faster if everyone has to actually do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because I got my full void when I was like level 60 or 70, and that took me so long because everyone was a pure and they just go AFK in the center.
Mm-hmm.
They'd attack
for a while. You could just alk.
Yeah, like people. Yeah, they just wouldn't help, and the games would last so long, and you'd lose like 30-40% of them sometimes, depending on like the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was awful. And then I did a bunch of Pest Control like on the hard boats, and those went by way faster. We never lost just because like everyone's like 1 HP Darrocking the portals, and
yeah.
Everyone just like, oh god, I need to get Melee Void helmet. Let's make this quick. It's kind of what everyone's mindset is, or whatever.
Majority of them, at least.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot faster. So the way it works, there's an activity bar, kind of like fishing trawler. There's that AFK meter.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to get your 50 points or whatever, I believe. Maybe not, but yeah, you have to do a little bit more, I guess. I guess you'll get more than 50 points, but so
okay.
Yeah, you start a full bar, and the second it hits 0, you just don't get a reward at the end. So you gotta keep doing shit.
Right, okay.
consistently.
No, I see what you're saying.
And if you're kind of forced to do that, might as well just attack the portals.
Yeah, or defend the Void Knight. He still goes down sometimes.
Yeah. Once the shield drops for the portals, that's when the bar begins to tick down. So that's when you can start participating.
Cool.
Yeah. Kill portals, spinners, defend the Void Knight.
Oh yeah, kill the fucking spinners and close the goddamn doors.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Do you remember when Pest Control used to be the best experience? This was like fucking 10 years ago.
I hated that. I hated Pest Control. I would get like 10 points, but oh thank God, by experience.
I remember doing it for hours, and you join clans and shit, and they'd like world hop, and you'd be in the fucking...
Be on Swift Kit.
Yeah.
You'd find a friend that's like in that... I don't know what clan it was, but they always rocked the heart, the blue heart, whatever it's called. I can't think of the name right now of the prayer thing. You'd like try and find a friend, or try and like make friends with the guy that's in it, and then he would tell you the world, and you just follow them. Yeah,
where you try to add someone and watch them hop.
Yeah, it's good. So they're gonna they recognize that Void Mage is pretty bad. So, they're gonna think of better ways to improve it, and they're gonna pull, possible buffs for the Void Mage.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So that's pretty nice.
I'm down. Like I said, when I face Zulrah, my main source of damage is magic, and I'm always rocking full Void for that.
Yeah, I always just swap to Arams.
Yeah, then Mr. fucking, I got 50 mil in my bank.
I got nothing now. I got no cash. Got 5 goddamn mil. I'm broke. But, yeah. So now is the open weekend. Hopefully you guys are hearing it while you can take advantage of it. But, so between June 8th and June 12th, as long as your account was made before June 5th. Yeah. If your account was made before June 5th, you're eligible for free members for the weekend. So,
cool.
Maybe I'll throw up all my millions of fucking alts I have and just have them slave away string and bowstring for me. So if I need the money so badly. That'd be pretty nice.
I like that. It's fucking sweet. I'm glad they're, because I'm sure there's probably not many, but I'm sure there's some people out there who's never stepped into the members world.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a good hand, or a good handful. And also with Fossil Island coming out soon, with the Inferno, with raids, there could be even high level people like, oh, well, maybe I'll just try this weekend, see if it's worth resubbing to.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can just start draining all their bank accounts like you do with us. Become drones with us.
Yeah. So, tell your friends that used to play, you get back into it and give her a gander.
Oh, hell yeah.
One thing I'm actually really excited for is I have like 2 mil on one of my pures, and it's all in members items and shit.
Ooh.
And I was like, I'm not going to spend 2.2 mil or however much a bond is to get less. It's not worth it. I'm not going to pay real money to get like 2 mil out of it. So now this gives me a chance to like clean all my pures out, because I probably have like a lot of shit on them that I don't even realize. Like I went on my obby pure and found like 8 mil on them. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I have this on them? And one of my Gmall pures, I had like so much PK supplies on them and so many sets of black D-hide. It's like, well, all right.
Yeah, I did the exact same thing. On my pure, I had like 10 mil. And back when I made that video, and I was like, I'm going to go hard on my pure. I'm going to rock all this shit, before I realized that I don't have the time for any of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I eventually just went on and I'm like, why the fuck does this guy have 10 mil? There's no way this guy has more money than I do.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of happens.
He's broke as shit now.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm pretty excited. To clean all my pures out and just give them like a couple thousand flax and just see how much money maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll like open up a little spreadsheet and figure out how much money I've made with my
slave away minions.
The only thing is, though, it'd be kind of annoying to play like 4 accounts at once. Slaying on one. I
find it annoying to play 2 accounts at once.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying, but yeah, it's not too bad.
It's too much RuneScape.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, whatever, but yeah, so with the Inferno update, You know, we've had people complete it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
I meant to mention that earlier.
In this order, these are the people that have completed it. There's Wooks.
You're not going to believe who's number 1.
There's Wooks, Calvino. I believe it's Corporal Eric, CPL. I don't know what that would stand for, but CPL Eric, Letulanian, Bodie, Dead Wilson, Zulu, Bellis, Tumai, Pikachu, Smithy, and Badidias.
Bad ideas.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just used to reading stupid names. I'm just gonna call him Bad Adidas now.
That works.
No, but yeah, Bad Ideas, and yeah, he was the first Iron Man actually to complete the Inferno.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Shout out.
Wooks and Calvino, they killed Zuck 2 times.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And it took 3 days? I believe Wooks beat it on the Saturday.
Yeah, Wooks beat it like as soon, like I remember like waking up in the morning, because I remember on our last podcast episode, we're just like, watch him beat it before we're able to put this episode out. And then that's almost exactly what happened. I remember waking up the next day being like, yeah, what? Of course, though. Of course, I should have assumed.
Yeah, I actually watched him beat it too. It was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was,
I saw some clips afterwards.
Me and my one friend who, I got him into RS. I made like the free to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he quit for a little bit because of school. He had finals, and then plus he like runs a guild on WoW, so he's like really like limited.
Sure.
And he was watching some Inferno streams with me and my other buddy, and me and him got to watch like Wooks beat it. And next thing you know, like my friend, he hears that me and my other buddy are gearing up for raids. We're like, dude, come join us. We'll carry you. And like now he's been grinding away. He went from like 30 to 70 mining this week, which is like one of the requirements for Elite Void. And, you know, I loan him like my dragon pick and stuff. I'll try and help him out. It'd be pretty sweet to see if like watching the Inferno go down kind of captivates him enough to like start raiding.
But I can see it though. Like there's probably so much hype going on in that channel. Let me ask you this. How long were you watching his channel?
He got to wave 60 and, my friend told me and went to bed, and then I just opened it up and we watched it.
Okay. Did you think he was going to get it this time?
I wasn't really too sure. I was just kind of watching it just to watch it. I didn't really think he would or wouldn't. But,
True, okay.
Like halfway through the fight, I was like, okay, he's done this. He has it. The second he got to Jad, and he was killing Jad during the boss, and I was like, all right, he has this. Like, he's doing this fine. He seems pretty calm. And then the other 2 mage rangers spawn. And then like he was getting like comboed hard by them, but he was fine. He just like brewed up and kept going through it. And I was like to my buddy, yeah, he totally has this. He like kills all the healers and stuff. He's like doing really well. And it's like, all right, yeah, he's done this. He's got it. I know it. And he ended up getting it, and it was pretty sweet to watch. I think now he's trying to beat it with 15 mil gear.
Yeah, I've seen that. Like, he's trying to do a welfare set, right?
Yeah, but honestly, even if he can do it, not many, like, the prey flicks and shit are so hard, and it's like, even when I do Jad, it's like, I have to, like, flick as soon as he, like, okay, his feet are staying in the air, and I have to flick then, because then it takes, like, you know, a second pretty much for it to switch. And, so there's no way I'm going to be able to do that, because, like, yeah, it's going to be, I don't think I'll ever be able to do Inferno looking at how fast, like, the switches are and all that shit. He's just too good.
Yeah, it sounds like something you spend a week just struggling nonstop to get to the boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, I finally got that part down. Let's spend a month fucking doing this.
Yeah, it seems...
Each week spent on each stage.
Yeah, it seems really hard, and, like... I don't know. Maybe one day I'll have it done.
Yeah, it's coming after raids, right? That's
yeah, well, once I get
the
raids
truly end game account.
Yeah, do raids till I get enough money to max all my shit out, and then I'll probably start working towards the Inferno. Yeah, right now I'm planning on raids to just do duos and maybe a trio if my friend joins.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we'll just split the big items and stuff. I mean, the first, 15 raids are not going to be that good. Like, we're going to struggle because we're learning it all.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of expected.
It'll get to a point where we can crank them out, hopefully 30, 40 minutes per raid. And,
you'll have them all memorized and all that shit. You'll just, blast through them. Have them on farm, as they would say in World of Warcraft.
Yep. But, there's actually one person who died as the boss died, so he got killed. I forget what his name was, but he got kill count and the total, and he didn't get the cape.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, no one's gotten the pet yet, so...
No one's heard from him since.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, no one's got the pet yet, so... Hopefully we'll hear about that soon. Kind of excited to see the pet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, other news, the doorknob has been installed on the gong door at the God Wars dungeon, allowing players inside the Bando sector to click the door to open it and leave.
Okay.
Previously, any players walking near that door would be teleported out whether they liked it or not. A simple doorknob renders this unnecessary.
Sounds like a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah. Items dropped on the Inferno now stay on the ground for 30 minutes. And teleports are no longer permitted inside the Inferno. There's no real need to teleport out there, and players were triggering it by accident. That sucks.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe they just...
Maybe switching gear and accidentally hitting their glory or some... I don't know. Why would you have a glory? I don't know.
I have no idea. It happened at least... Maybe a mod did it by accident. Like, it's fucking bullshit. I would have done it, I swear. And they're just like, alright, we're gonna take it out, buddy. But, Zaf's Barrel, like the staff seller in the Varrock Square, if you do Varrock Diaries, I believe, you, unlock the daily purchase of, battle staffs at a cheaper price, so it's literally free money. You spend, you spend 100k and you can sell it for, 120k or whatever. You get some free
I always
cash
recommend doing that to people who only play members with bonds.
Yep.
If you stick with that and, doing farm runs... I know people who would do that, spend 15 minutes a day maybe doing that, and they'd always have enough money for their next.
Well, at one point, I don't know if it's still true, but at one point, you're able to just do dailies and make enough money for a bond. So you would invest, in implying you had, all the, workers unlocked for your kingdom, through the 2 quests.
True.
You would invest your money, you would do it daily, keep the upkeep it daily. I think you invest in bird's nests and herbs. I forget. And then you do your daily herb boxes through NMZ. You can even do your sand buckets if you want, but it's not too necessary. And you do your staffs, and I don't know if it's still a thing, but people were doing that for bonds. They just do it every day.
Sounds like a lot of work.
The big issue is... They don't tell you when your dailies are up because it's not set at 3 a.m. every day. It's set on literally a 24-hour timer.
True.
And so what happens is, let's say you want to do it before work or school. You get up at 6, do your shit. You do your dailies at 7. And then now you have to wait till 7:01 to do them. And then, 7:05, whatever. You have to keep waiting a little bit longer because, it's you can't have a consistent thing, and then it gets to a point where you can't do your dailies for that day. That's what happens with me. Where it gets to a point where my dailies open up so late at night because they slowly do them.
They overlap.
Yeah, that too. And they have no ways of really telling you. And with this update, which I'll say now, but the barrels that you use to buy extra staffs now they look different if you've already bought your rations for that day. So they've kind of fixed it with this, but they don't really tell you.
I mean, you just have to look at the barrels still. It's not that much harder to click.
Yeah, I would like it at least to have Tears of Guthix, how it says your weekly thing for Tears of Guthix is available.
Okay.
I would like that for dailies, but I honestly kind of want it to be more 3 a.m, it all resets, just because it makes it more convenient for people to have jobs and shit. Sometimes it would be kind of annoying to I missed out on this money because I can't stay up till at 12 to fucking do my dailies.
Most games do that because they reset, right?
Yep.
or something. They do like a restart or something of the servers.
Yeah, well, and it's done bi-weekly. Guild Wars does it where just at 7 Eastern Standard Time, dailies reset. Nothing
Oh,
to
yeah,
it.
true.
Like you play and they just appear.
No,
So
I had the same thing with World of Warcraft, I think.
So I mean, like, maybe RuneScape can find a way to do that. That would be just really convenient. Because, like, good example is today, I'm like, I think I can do my herb boxes. And I, like, go. It's like, no, you can't do them. And I literally went to the bathroom and came back, and I was able to do them.
True.
And I was like, well...
Yeah, I gotta get all my fucking dailies. I haven't done them in weeks.
Yeah, literally free money. I don't do my kingdom, because I just can't be bothered. I invested 2 mil in it. So I should do my upkeep and then pull out everything, but
when I say dailies, I'm only referring, like for myself, I'm only referring to basically the staffs and maybe NMZ.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not going to be bothered to do the rest.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it.
Oh, it so does. World of Warcraft, it gets to a point where you come on, do the fucking dailies, and then it's time to get off and go to bed.
But it's literally teleport to Varrock Square, run, buy your staff, 100k or depending on whatever part of your diaries you're done, do your minigames, teleport to NMZ, buy your herb boxes, empty them in your bank, and then just, that's it, you're done.
Yeah, but if you're doing the kingdom, and then, you know what I mean, if you're factoring all the other ones in, you're going to be spending a lot more time running around doing them.
Even then, it's like 10 minutes. It's actually like, if you do your upkeep for your kingdom, like it's kind of a bitch to raise the percentage back up. It's annoying, but you can just rake and world hop and shit. But well, actually, I don't know if you can still do that. But yeah, you rake or you can just AFK woodcut for the points. It's seriously not that long. It's not like WoW where like you get home from work or school and you're like, time to do 3 hours of dailies and go to bed.
Yeah, that gets pretty bad.
But yeah.
Yeah, I also want to mention with the Zaf's barrels of staffs, from easy, medium, hard, elite, it goes 15, 30, 60, 120, I believe.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it to crank out those diaries for free money.
Yeah, because I think you can make, basically think of it, I always thought of it as like, you make 1K per staff, at like, you're going to make 1K, I think. I can't remember now, I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's how I always thought of it, so. I think I'm at hard right now, or maybe medium, but even still, I have 60K a day for free, that's sick.
Yeah, and like, if you have your elite done 120K a day, 14 days, you know what I mean? Like that, you're making fucking like 2 mil probably. I don't know. I'm just throwing out a random number. Like you almost have enough bonds from that. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. It's free money.
It's good.
But, yeah. They have some bug fixes. Like they fix some rendering and, all that good stuff. Usual.
Some cosmetic issues.
Yeah, the fermenting wine, there was an issue with fermenting wine in your bank because people would, cook like that and try and get a big EXP drop. They optimized it to handle larger quantities of wine. Some people would lag out when they were depositing fermenting wine. Yeah. And that would cause them to get an EXP drop and they'd be like kind of pissed.
Yeah, okay.
And, yeah, apparently the Dragon Scimitar ornament kit would glitch when you dropped it, and like, all right. Yeah, God Swords apparently made your head detach when you're wearing a Serp helm when you had it equipped. So
I thought that was just part of it. I thought it was an Easter egg.
Yeah, little secret. But yeah, so little fixes, renderings, and stuff like that.
Cool.
Yeah, and with the little weekly event that I guess was controversial.
Oh boy, yeah.
It's the gay, today is the Gay Pride event week event. Gay Pride event? I don't know. But yeah. So there's a little event thingy called Gilbert's Colors. He's at Lumbridge right near the spawn, near the fountain. Yeah, he's like a little leprechaun and he needs his colors. I haven't done it,
he's
so
a
I don't
dwarf.
really know.
I don't think he's a leprechaun.
Isn't he like he's small little fuck though?
Yeah, Buddy's a dwarf. I don't think he's not a leprechaun.
Yeah, Gilbert, parenthesis, he's a leprechaun, end parenthesis.
Oh,
Needs a little
get
help.
out of here.
Yeah,
Hold on,
buddy.
wait. Is leprechaun a job title, or is that like a background?
Leprechaun is
Like a race.
a sexual orientation now. I have no idea.
Can you be a dwarf leprechaun?
No. I think leprechaun's its own thing, isn't it? I don't know. It's a leprechaun. It's a myth. Yeah, he's got some riddles to find rainbows and colors and stuff across the land. You bring him various colors, and you'll get a little rainbow scarf of your own.
Cool.
If you don't do it, you can still buy it from Diango. Just like the Chronicle and all that good stuff.
So yeah, that in itself doesn't sound like too much, but if you go into the fucking subreddit or Twitter and stuff, holy shit.
Oh yeah,
You would have thought EOC got introduced into the game.
Okay, want to hear something fucked? I literally saw a post that had a bunch of upvotes and stuff. People were saying that EOC and remove of wild and free trade was a better update than this. Like, the circle jerk became so real over hating this. It's like, okay, an event that's going to last 7 days and then it's gone, and the reward is just going to be in the shop. So you literally don't have to do it. You're not missing out. Like, you could ignore it and, 5 months later just buy Fashionscape. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, people are like, oh, this is, like, ruining the game. Oh, and people are getting, like, really mad. People are protesting World 330.
Oh,
Faladors. And, like, I teleported to Falador, because I like to go on World 330 if I need to use someone's house or whatever. I'll just stay there and abuse their home. Oh,
fuck,
because I'm really nice like that, use their pool and shit. And, I'm running through to do a farm run, and I just see, like, a bunch of dudes in, like, full El Kharat, desert robes and stuff, with, like, flags, and they're just, like, saying some pretty offensive shit. You're just like, I like stopped for a second and I was like, what the fuck is this? Alright, I'm gonna continue doing my run.
So confused. Yeah, like, I didn't see it in game, but like, I went onto the subreddit. I don't go onto it as much anymore just because, like, too busy at work.
Because of this shit?
Yeah, basically, this shit. And also, when I'm at work, I don't have time to just go on Reddit as much as I used to. But yeah, so I go on Reddit just because, let's just see what Reddit's up to these days. Or the subreddit, I should say. And it's just flooded with all of this shit. And I'm just like, holy fuck, what happened? I'm missing something huge. So I go onto the news, the old school RuneScape website. Nothing, there's no update or anything that's been put up or anything like that. I'm like, okay, I'm confused. So then I go and make a thread, I make a post, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on? I'm trying to, can someone explain to me? I'm out of the loop. And someone's just like, Mod Wolf made a tweet, this tweet here, and everyone's like, it's a bunch of bullshit, man. So I click on the picture, and it's just, all he said was like, oh, I'm really excited for this holiday, like, to come out in RuneScape or something that I'm really excited about, or some shit like that, right? And I read that and I was like, I don't understand where's all this outrage coming from? Is there like another picture I need to see, like another tweet that I need to see that's like explaining more? I don't get it. And people are just like, man, we don't want this shit in the game. And I'm just like, I don't understand though. What is coming into the game? Like, I'm confused. And then, man, a bunch of people just started flaming me because they thought I was like defending it, but I was just like, I don't understand. I just want to hear your argument for not having it. Like, you're just saying we don't want this in the game, but why? I don't get it. What is it? You know what I mean? I'm confused. What the fuck's coming into the game? Should I be scared? Man, what's going on?
It's funny because last week I was like, man, I love this community sometimes because everyone gets together, Inferno support, and then it's like, oh, this is probably like the most embarrassing thing ever, where like everyone's like literally rioting and people are being like racist towards black people and being like super anti-gay homophobic and stuff.
Yeah.
And just trying to be like as offensive as possible. And it's like, I honestly though, I guarantee you there's like one mod that was sitting at the Jagex meeting, and when Mod Wolf announced it, this is his idea, that you're just like, oh god. I'm fine, but I'm gonna let you know what this is gonna happen. Like, if you were to say, like, last year, like, what do you think about a gay pride event? I would have been like, people are gonna flip their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, one, they're gonna say, oh, it doesn't fit the game. I mean, it's RuneScape. It's a video game. Politics and stuff like that shouldn't be in a game, but, I mean, this is not a big deal. I think the big thing is, people, like, play this game to escape whatever issues they have, and they just don't want to be bombarded. Like, I'm assuming they're afraid that this is gonna lead to something much more, and also, you know, a lot of these people probably are homophobic. Not a lot, some of them are. I'm not gonna say everyone, I won't lump everyone together, but there's some people that just are a little homophobic, and there's some people that are just, they don't want this game to become, like, really political, and, like, we have pro-life week, all, you know, from now we're fucking, you know, save all the babies from being aborted. Like, no one's gonna, people are gonna freak out about that, you know what I mean?
I think that's different, though, because, like, that's the thing, people keep saying, like, the whole gay pride is super political, and, like, I guess you make the argument, but it still confuses me, because, like, is anti-gay a really big political, choice at this point in life? Like, it's 2017. I know in some parts of the world, but, come on.
Yeah, I mean, some people are probably just, there's definitely a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
That's huge. And I guarantee you, 2 months from now, people are gonna be like, man, do you guys remember when we did this? Oh, you guys are all fucked. Not me, though. I wasn't involved in it. Like, people, there's gonna be like that counter bandwagon at the end of this week or whatever. Once this, and they're gonna be like, and it's gonna be something that they're like, man, you guys are fucking, like, you know, this is a joke. Funny thing, though, friggin' those rainbow afro hats went from 100K to 400K.
Damn.
Yeah, so maybe this is a conspiracy to make a bunch of money. Someone was like, yo, Mod Wolf, slip this in. I got like 3,000 of them in my bank. Make me some of that cash. I mean, the whole thing's stupid. Like, you don't have to do it. And then people were saying, oh, they didn't pull it, but they didn't pull Midsummer event or anything else.
It's a fucking event. It's meant to be fun. Like, why, like, people are gonna shit, like, no, I don't want this. Okay, you're not gonna get anything then. No fun event. You just get nothing. Is that what people really fucking want? You know what I mean? That's like,
and I mean,
you don't have to do it, but
I mean, this literally, you can just buy the cape next week. You don't have to do it if you're like against gay people and you still want this cape or not cape, this scarf. You can just go next week and buy it. I mean, I probably won't do it because I can't be bothered. I want to slay and shit. I don't know how long it's going to take me. It could take me an hour to do it, and it's, you know, EXP loss. Maybe I'll do it with a friend if he wants, like, to do it together, but I mean, me being like, oh, I can just buy it afterwards, like, okay, cool. Like, I'm not for or against the event. It's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't really care that it's in, and, like, they could take it out. I'd kind of feel bad because, you know, if they were to, like, if they didn't do this, if they announced and didn't do it because all the backlash, I would have felt pretty bad.
That would have been, so, yeah, that would have been even worse, I think.
Yeah, no, it's good they stuck to their guns, but, like, I don't know. I just kind of feel bad if someone's, like, gay and playing this game, and they're just like, well, time to do my clue scroll. And, like, they teleport to Foul, or fuck the gays, fuck traps aren't gay, or traps are gay, whatever. No such thing as a feminine penis. People are, like,
whatever one's
that
offensive
shit
at this point.
And, yeah, and they're just like, oh, okay, wow, alright. I mean, I don't know. The whole thing is pretty fucking dumb, though.
It doesn't seem it was a majority of people. It was just a very loud minority.
Oh, yeah. No, I guarantee you, like, 90% of the player base was like, huh, okay. And then the other 10 was like, what? What? This isn't a safe space? This isn't a safe space? Like, people were saying that type of shit. It's like,
a big problem, too, is just, like, fuck, man, that looks so bad. Like, I love RuneScape, and, like, I want to say I love the community. I like parts of the community. But this looks so bad. RuneScape kind of has a bad rap as it is from people who don't play it. Like, people who just look in from the outside. Does that make sense?
Look at all the Twitch streamers that do embarrassing shit on live stream fail. You know what I mean? The majority of the embarrassing shit is from the RuneScape section, and it's like,
there's subreddits for live stream fails, and they have a tag for a RuneScape player.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Twitch. That's where you find, like, a lot of the weird people. But also, yeah, people see it as like a childish medieval game that, you know,
Yeah.
that they played when they were 8.
Yeah, and then times you'll see them pop up and people are just like, oh fuck, this game has changed a lot from when I remember it, and like everyone's grown up a bit. But then you see shit like this and it's just like, that's the thing. I was seeing like this pop up in like other unrelated subreddits. And I keep going to like Reddit. I know not everyone uses Reddit, but I don't really use Twitter too much for like my information and stuff like that. Basically just go to Reddit. And in like the gaming subreddit and stuff like that, there was an article that came up about this and all this shit. And people were just like, wow, of course, typical. Like that's fucked up. And I'm just like, yeah. Man, that looks just like really bad. Yeah, I guess there's not much more we can talk about it. A little embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it blows over. It just kind of shows that we all played this game when we were like young, 8 to like 14 was when we first started.
Yeah.
Then there's a loud minority that still hasn't grown up since.
Yeah, and there might be some younger people in there as well.
Yeah.
But
a little blemish in the history of they do another documentary. I think they're gonna skip over this part. That's all I'm thinking.
The dark days.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really care enough for all the drama behind this event, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. That was the thing, like not a big, like you said, I just felt bad for if this made anyone else feel bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
if it made someone I want to quit or whatever. But like, I don't know. I'm focused on getting my Dragon Warhammer and doing raids. I'm not gonna worry
about my own problems over here.
Yeah. I don't know. I just haven't really gone on the subreddit since the initial explosion of like all the fucking negative feedback towards the event.
Yeah.
And I'll wait for this event to end and then maybe a couple days after to go back on it. Just because it's people are gonna beat the dead horse. That's what they do. Yeah,
and the memes are great and all, but sometimes it gets a little overwhelming because I don't know, like, especially at work and shit, I want to read discussions. I don't want to look at a stupid picture.
Yeah, but this game has gotten to the point where, like, most things are pretty definitive of, like, this is the best way to do this, this is this. Like, you can just look at the Wikipedia. Like, there's so much information on this game that, like, maybe they can talk about. Yeah, I don't know. There's not too much room for discussion unless it's like suggestions. Because that's all you really see.
There's always room for discussion.
Yeah.
There's so much shit in this game you can just talk about fucking whatever you want. I don't know. But, oh yeah, no, I also wanted to say I tried to do some of the event quickly before we did the show. And I went and talked to Gilbert and Lumbridge there. And I asked, he gave me a hint for where the red scarf or the red color was. Pointed me in the direction, so I wandered off there and couldn't find it and got frustrated and logged off. So I'll probably try it later. But I just wanted to see if there was like, you know what I mean? I just did. I'm like, yeah, this is fucking, like, why would anyone be mad about this? This is stupid. If they said nothing, okay, hold on, let me ask you a question. How do you think this would be received from you and like everyone else if they just literally added this in on Thursday and never said anything about it to anyone?
It probably would be a worse.
If it just popped up. It would have
been received way worse, yeah. Because it sets a precedent of just adding political events. Well, I'm gonna say it's political because, like, it is. But,
yeah. Anyways, much more you want to talk about on that in that regards, or
nope.
Okay. So yeah, it's here. Is it for another week or is it for a month? Because this is right here, Pride Month 2017.
I thought it was just a week-long event, but maybe it isn't.
Yeah. Anyways, it's in Lumbridge, so if you want to try it, go and do it. If you don't,
you can be a non-members to do it.
Yeah. And yeah, if you don't want to do it, then don't. And if you don't want to see it, don't go to Lumbridge, I guess. Okay. So yeah, fun.
I should actually mention this. Forgot to say this in the beginning. I went and bought a gem bag from Motherlode Mining for Slayer.
Okay. Yeah.
And the amount of money I have left in gems, like, I've already made like 300k in gems.
Oh yeah?
And I've only had it
I
for
always
a
try
couple
to
days.
take gems when I can.
But like, now, yeah, I wouldn't because they would take up space, right? And like I would try if I had the space and I was almost done my task or something. But now
Yeah.
with my gem bag, it's like, I'll do a task and boom, that's an extra 50, 60k from like, I'll do
Damn.
Aber Inspectors that drop a shit ton of gems or something.
Yeah, okay.
It's really nice. I just wanted
Yeah,
to
you
throw
make
that
me
in
want to
there.
get my gem bag now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so there's the news. There's that for you. So yeah, I know I mentioned probably 2 episodes, and last episode I've been mentioning the podcast IronScape because we did an interview. I think it was about 2 weeks, and he gave us his opinion on the Inferno Cape when they first mentioned it. So this is before it even comes out. So when you're listening to it, keep that in mind. But yeah, it's gonna be coming up right after this when I'm done talking right here. So yeah, do enjoy it. It's a little long, but go ahead and listen to that, and we'll be back after that. Joined with me is Toby from the podcast IronScape Podcast.
Yep, we're the IronScape Podcast. You got it.
Go. Cool. So tell us about your let's hear the RuneScape origins. When did you first get into it? How did you get into it?
Oh, that's a really good one. So one of my old childhood friends, basically from way back when, I think it was just a couple months after I think it was the Scythe was handed out.
Oh,
that's when I really started. That's when I was when I was first introduced to it. I wasn't really into it as a kid, so I obviously didn't remember much.
Yeah.
But that's how I first got indoctrinated, because we were just looking for free games on the web, and we found it on Mega Clip or something. I think that's what it was called.
Clip, yeah.
Mini Clip, that was it.
Oh shit, the good old days.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was basically we would only just surf around for free games, and this is the one that just sort of stuck with me. I was just like, oh well, it's free. And then after a certain point, I was just like, hey, can we just buy members? It's actually a good game, guys. And my parents for the longest time said no.
Falador just being like, what's beyond those gates?
I know, we were so oh my god, when my friend got the membership, and I was just like, Mom, please, it's not a scam, I swear. They were so bought into anything that asks for your credit card over the internet is a scam.
Oh man, yeah, I know that. And viruses.
Yeah.
You got us.
Oh yeah, that's how one of my cousins eventually quit, because his parents would stalk him as internet activity, and if they saw RuneScape, they're like, you're putting viruses on our computer. I'm like, and even we knew that's not how this works. And yeah, but I eventually convinced my parents to be like, yeah, it's legit. You could just pay $7 a month. It's okay.
You remember the first thing you did when you got membership?
God, I think I was trying out the fletching skill, because I was like, oh my god, we can make ranged equipment. That's awesome. And then I was doing root crafting. I was just like, ooh, wow, this is really new. And then I was ecstatic. And I think I was doing quests too, I think. That was where I started really getting in neck deep into RuneScape, where I'm like, wow, this is actually, and then when I actually look back on it, I'm like, wow, this is actually really well written for an indie game.
Yeah. I remember playing the non-members and being like, this is all for free and I'm playing with other people? This is mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah. It blew my parents' mind that we could actually play together. It was a MMO. It was just like, oh yeah, this is that's what it's called. It's an MMORPG. You just play with other people. And I had to explain it to my parents. They just couldn't grasp their head around it. They're like, okay, so doesn't it usually require at most 4 people? I'm like, no, there could be up to 2,000 people. I know. They asked me that. They actually asked me that. How do you control everything? I was like, with the mouse and keyboard.
Could you imagine playing RuneScape split screen?
Oh, dude, that would drive me. The thought of even having multiple screens drives me nuts. I've actually tried that before. It was just having multiple accounts open at once. I was just like, this is way too hard.
Yeah, I have a friend who's anytime he's playing, he'll be on another account AFK, and he's always just like, how come you're only playing on one account? And I'm just like, because I want to sit back and relax. I don't want to be stressed over this game.
I know. It's so sad that it's that's a lot of people nowadays. They have to have more than one account to prove a point. I don't know if that's what it is, but it's just or if they legitimately enjoy it. It's a lot of now that they know the efficient way of doing things, it's just like, oh, I can like have 2 accounts that do this.
Yeah, like then I was about to agree, but then again, I'm definitely that person who's sitting on the couch watching like a movie and I'm playing a video game on my phone at the same time.
Oh, dude, I have the admin of our clan at Iron Man CC. She does nothing but like XP waste. She's like the person that does the XP waste admin. She just watches like Netflix, and then she told me a story one time. She was just like, "Oh, one time I was grinding Who's City's Favorite. It took me such a long time, so I just plowed and then I watched Netflix."
Yep, that sounds. Sadly, I can relate.
Yeah, and then there was me doing my grad courses. I was just like, I just sat at Shades for the last like 3 months and just doing AFK crafting XP, and they're like, how did you do that? That's so inefficient. I'm like, I was in school.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. How long did you play RuneScape till? Like, did you constantly play RuneScape up until old school RuneScape was released?
Honestly, no. From when I started, I had went through a series of accounts, obviously, but it was up to a point where, it was just, I stopped playing when Bonds came out. There was a really good thread about this called Bonds Are the End that got archived on the web. And that was really just like a convincing argument for me to just pretty much quit, really, because I was just, at the time, I was really against the microtransactions. I just absolutely hated it. And I was just like,
come out after like the Squeal of Fortune?
Yeah, it was the Squeal Wheel, and that was. I mean, I was really, really close to quitting when the Squeal of Fortune came out. I was just like, oh god, they're encouraging gambling, and they're also just handing out XP on this thing. Yeah. I'm really not about that. And then it was Bonds that was just like really set the deal. I was just like, you know what, this is fucked. I hate it. But it's just like, it's kind of here to stay. So there's nothing I can really do about it. But at least with Iron Man mode, it kind of like, at least I have a reason to like say, all right, I did this all legit. Sort of. I mean, it's kind of one of the reasons why I came back. I was actually really surprised to see old school RuneScape. It was like, since I discovered it. But the reason why I really quit was more so Bonds, and it was just a combination. It was just a mess. But I played up until that point. Okay. I was really interested in a lot of the quests, and I was really big into skilling at the time. I was just like, okay, how far can I go? It's just one of those things that I just sort of kept in the background. Didn't really pay it too much mind at the time, but then when I got back on old school RuneScape, I was just like, I was hooked. I was just in love with it. It really didn't feel the same.
When did you start playing old school RuneScape?
Like, I want to say 2 years ago.
Yeah, okay, true. Yeah, I remember playing when it like first came out, and I think I played it for like 3 days, being like, this is awesome, and then being like,
oh yeah,
I don't know if I want to grind all my stats back, and then I quit for like 6 months, and then being like, this game's still kicking. All right, let's go play catch up.
Yeah, and I know one of my friends was essentially when they did the start of it. I think he did the stronghold of security, and then he just started looting all the stuff that other people were losing there.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's right, because you could still lose all your items on death.
Yeah. I was actually like, it was funny. The reason I actually came back was I was like, you know what, I need some money on the side. I'll just do Let's Plays. But then I found this game. I was like, you know what, fuck this. I have an actual job. I can't keep up.
Yeah, that makes sense. When you have to, when the job has to compete with RuneScape.
It's a struggle now. Even like 2 hours is a lot of time for me.
No, I feel ya. I wanted to see what big updates came out in 2015. Shit, that's when resizable mode came out.
Ooh. I mean, I'm not a fan of the resizable version, to be honest, but, I can see the appeal.
But do you remember playing with that small-ass screen? It would drive me crazy.
I still do. What? Oh, I still do. I play on Conduit, and they actually have the old interface screens where it looks like the pre-2007, and it looks so awesome. I was just like, oh, this feels just so nice.
And it's like the small little screen like before as well?
Yes, it has it. It has it always had the small little screen there, but it has all the images and the stuff there. It's the old images, like the equipment screen wasn't a helmet, it was like a legitimate body with like arrows all over it.
Right, I remember that. But you can't make it full screen?
I mean, I can, but it's just like I just choose not to. That's just more about a personal
nostalgia
preference.
factor to the max.
Oh, dude, I'm always about the nostalgia factor when I play. It's just like it's just so. I'm always been about it. It's just like I totally agree with like. I just like the aesthetic appeal of nostalgia that like the pre-2007 stuff, but it's just like I totally get like the game needing updates and stuff and all that great like all the PVM and Slayer updates. I totally get it, and like, but I think like the game could have done with some more PvP updates in terms of like the 2007 stuff.
True, okay.
Or at least maybe some quality of life stuff for PvP. I honestly don't think it gets enough love nowadays like it used to, but Slayer and all the PVM stuff, that's definitely a huge plus for this game right now.
Oh yeah, I agree. Slayer's changed so much.
Oh yeah. I mean, I have to ask, like, when I'm like thinking, when everyone bitches about Slayer, I'm like thinking, dude, that's how you get the new weapons for PvP. But like, seriously, there's some things where I'm kind of like questioning, are they going to ever fix like some of the basic things? Like some people have even argued that bounty hunters fundamentally flawed there. I'm just hoping that they do some PvP quality of life at some point.
Yeah, it seems like they always spend maybe a month tweaking some things, because I know we had a month, maybe it was just a week, where they added like the Slayer Master. Maybe I'm getting everything mixed up. Don't take my word for it. But
that was actually not a terrible idea. Like, it was just like, this Wilderness Slayer Master idea. I really like it because it gets more people involved in like in deep wilderness or wherever the hell it is they're going. And it gives them an insane amount of points for doing so at like level 1, but the risk is still there. That's what I like about it, but it's just like, I mean, I would have liked, actual like PvP or like something that incentivizes you to kill someone with actual like that knows what they're doing, not just like hunting down somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. What I was thinking would be cool for them to bring back is this is not like wilderness related, but it's I guess PvP related. Do you remember the duel arena tournament rooms? Yeah, in the duel arena, you can go in the basement and you could set up tournaments with like 10 people. Everyone would pitch in like 100K, and then you just have like a round robin tournament, and like the winner would win all of it or like 90% of it, and the runner up would win the rest or some shit like that.
Okay, I heard duel arena there in like the downstairs. Are you talking about like the duel arena tournament stuff?
Yeah, that was one thing that I liked, and I'm always just like, I don't know why they don't just bring that back. I don't know if there was issues with it, but
I mean, yeah, there must have been issues there that I didn't see initially, but I did like the idea of the duel arena tournaments there.
So, how many accounts are you playing? Do you just have the one account that you play? Your main, I suppose?
You could pretty much say that the Iron Man is my main. So I just was like, I didn't really want to go to any other play style, honestly, after I started an Iron Man.
And that's what's brought you back, eh?
Honestly, yes. It is. That's a lot of the appeal of what made me want to actually like stay with the game, because it's a new type of challenge, just not having a bank, but not only that, but like finding your own stuff there. It was I was pretty much doing for clickbait for like I said, for like a Let's Play channel, but to be real, that was really the only game that I had actual focus on.
Yeah, okay.
And I actually wanted to do.
Started off as a Let's Play idea, and then you were addicted.
Yeah. I was just like,
fuck you,
I shouldn't be. I know, right? I was just like, oh, man.
I had dreams. Like, well, I had so much free time.
I did, actually. It was pretty bad. I was just like, I shouldn't be aspiring to be a Let's Player, so... I know, it's just like, oh, well, I mean, I see all these other people do it. Then they make fuck all money sometimes, so it's just like, oh, the problem was that the really thing that, again, with like Let's Plays, it was just like, okay, it sealed the deal because of the oversaturation. Like, you could have such a great Let's Play channel or like a really good, even like a good Iron Man, but the fact that something gets oversaturated, that just like kills you instantly, unless you have something really special about yourself. And for a Let's Play channel, I just did not have it. I just did not have something that made me really stand out.
Yeah, that's where you got to find some type of gimmick.
I know, it's like gimmicks are like, I don't really do gimmicks, but like ironically with my Ultimate Iron Man, my gimmick is like, I didn't even intend to have this gimmick. I just had one construction and one hunter, and I had not trained it at all. I was just like, I was just too lazy, and everyone picked like, it's just like, dude, well, why? I'm like, why do you only have one construction and hunter? I'm like, I don't know, I was too lazy.
I'll get around to it.
Yeah, if you look at my stats, everyone is just like, how did you not do that? Like, so the mod team at my in our other clan is just like, dude, seriously, when are you going to train that? I'm like, never.
So you still haven't trained it?
I actually still am a 0 XP. Damn. If I go to Crystal Math Labs right now, I could tell you my rank in construction right now is like, according to Crystal Math, it says 883 ranks downward since I had started the account. All right. Hunter's even funnier. 1,532 ranks lost just by not training it.
See how low you go.
That is what I'm doing. It's like playing fucking limbo with like stats. It's just so funny. It's like, you know what? It's just like, I know I'm gonna do this at some point, and like if I hit the 2-year mark, I'm gonna just say, hey, here's my loot from not training this ever. I don't know what's gonna happen, but still.
Although you must have a nice cash stack without having to train construction.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I have to blow it on like all types of other shit, but yeah. I mean, I have like herb stacks, but yes, that if you mean that, then yes, I have a pretty substantial cash stack.
Shit, son. So yeah, let's hear about your account a bit. What's your total level sitting at?
Let's see.
Sitting around.
Last time I checked, it was around like 120 mil.
Oh, damn.
I think it was around that ballpark, honestly.
What's your what's your total level roughly?
Oh, roughly, my total level is, well, actually, I'll just log in right now. And before he gets hacked.
And
yeah,
and exactly to the date, when did you start playing that account? I'm gonna need your street address and your postal code.
The poor guy that we were actually talking about that with the guy that actually I was actually talking with Solo Vision about that. He was just like, yeah, he's had a lot to say about that with the whole like recovery process. By the way, total level is 1,642.
Damn, that's a good account.
It's not that impressive. But yeah, I was actually talking to him about it, and it was, and he had some really good ideas for like how to like even delaying the authenticator would be a really nice feature. I understand that's a lot of work, but honestly, that would just go such a long way for like disincentivizing people to hack in and just like, even like recover the account there, because people make ass loads of cash doing that.
Yeah, they need to do something about the security kind of. Like, I haven't really had too many issues, but I know even just like when we were first doing the podcast, I was kind of nervous on what to say about me personally. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I was just like, should I tell them my full name? Should I say where I live? Are people going to start taking notes and start going through all my episodes? And I'm just like, all right.
Eventually somebody will. Like, let's be absolutely honest. Somebody will try that.
And this is what's going to happen. They're going to hack in, see I have a bank pin, but then once they crack the bank pin, see my bank account is like 2 mil, they're going to be like, fuck, this guy's already been hacked.
Yeah, they'll take it anyway, but they're like, oh, well, that's what I went for this much more for like $2. Like, probably not even that. Like, it's just like, yeah, on the black market of things, this is like accounts like even like 1 mil. I'm pretty sure isn't even that much.
But the life of a peasant, it's a rough one.
Yeah.
So you got a pretty good account going. Like, I keep forgetting you're an Ultimate Iron Man. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, your account, we're pretty much the same account, except mine's a main account, and
Don't get too discouraged. It's pretty easy to play like I do. It's just like I'm just drastically inefficient. If I really wanted to be, I would have probably maxed combat right now. But still, I just had no interest in doing it. I was just like, I'd rather just train skills. I'd rather do something interesting.
Yeah, and that's it. It's about the destination. I mean, it's about the journey, not the destination.
It's about both, apparently. I mean, the fucking Maxscape. They're like, hey, Toby, how you gonna max? I'm like, I'm gonna max without Construction Hunter. They're like, so how are you gonna max? I'm like, they're trying to get me. I'm like, I get you are like trying to say I'll max eventually or something, but no, not really.
We're just gonna burn this cape in front of you because you're never gonna get
it.
No.
Honestly, they should totally make that a feature. Just burning the cape like in front of people, just like, hey, I got the 99 herbal cape, burn. And then just like show it off and just wear Iron Man already, just make people totally pissed off.
I'm just depressed.
The new way to advertise. Nah.
But
well, okay, maybe a couple days there are, but okay.
So okay, so that's your account. Let's hear about your podcast, your show going.
The podcast itself, we recently hit 100 subs there.
Oh shit, that's pretty good. Are you guys strictly on YouTube?
I'm actually planning on making it diversifying to Twitch and hopefully streaming on there. I just have to figure out how it actually works because I'm like totally new to it. But like, if I can ever do a streams off of the podcast, I probably, as long as I mean, yes, technically speaking, I'm very strictly YouTube right now.
Yeah.
But that's because it's just like, if I started out on Twitch, I'd be mincemeat. If I do it on YouTube, sure, at least I have like something to go in there.
I
know it's I twitched once. I never came back.
You're gone.
I think one of our admins actually did. I think it was Medusa that streamed our podcast one time. Oh, cool. I don't remember how many people actually tuned in. I think that's how we initially got involved.
That's pretty sweet. You guys should think about taking the audio and throwing it on Google and iTunes.
I honestly thought about that. It was just like, if I did it on iTunes, this is like, okay, so am I just like, I have yet to understand how that even works.
Yeah.
So is this like, is it just like you just upload?
Yeah,
I mean, sure, but
I'll tell you afterwards. But it's pretty straightforward once you understand it. But yeah, for me, I was like, because I'm pretty bad with computers and shit. Even though I play it all the time, but there may as well be some wizard inside the box just doing everything.
I know. I feel that way at work, honestly. Like, it's just like, once I learn something, I'm like, okay, I at least know how this works. But then when somebody else, like, that's been working there for 5 years, understand the DOSBox system, I'm like, yeah, lost me.
What do you do?
I actually do customer service and also like agent service for a bank. I'm basically a bank. Well, I used to be I actually kind of moved up. I did customer service, and then now I'm doing agent service, really.
Oh shit, that sounds like something you're not supposed to be talking about. Some undisclosed information.
It pretty much is.
Some secret agents going on.
But yeah, well, I mean, I make it sound pretty interesting, but in all honesty, it's just, you get yelled at for an hour at least, and then you get paid for it. And I'm like, all right.
Oh, no, I feel it. I work construction, building residential homes and subdivisions.
Ooh.
Yeah, it sounds great, but if you were watching me, I'm just picking up garbage all day, so...
Oh my god, you're making it sound so depressing. I'm actually grateful for those people because I actually did like a lot of lifting with like concrete bags, and I actually built our own patio. That was like a metric ton of like concrete that we lifted to our backyard and built a patio. And that kind of made me realize, like, dude, this is not for me. I sit at desks and I talk. I'll just do what I'm good at.
Yeah. I see some guys there doing the work, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck that. I'll stick to what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's just like, and there was something that last month that really triggered me because it was like, there was like a streamer. There was a really big streamer. I'm not going to really name it just because like drama, but he basically was just like, he just like basically took in a gigantic shit on like a animator for basically making mention that, oh yeah, I would really think that construction work is really like really rewarding in such a way. And they just took like a gigantic dump on like the people that do that, and I'm like, dude, do you realize how fucking hard that is? It's just like even like picking up garbage. That's really fucking annoying. Like I wouldn't be able to stay sane after that, honestly.
It's a real give and take.
Exactly. It's a lot of actual physical labor too. So it's just like I wouldn't be able to last even like a week doing that. I tried. It was just like it just was not for me. I'm just this pale white person. Just like like this pale blob of nothing. I was just like, would tell me what to do.
Like it sounds strenuous, but there are days where I'm literally sleeping on carpet for 4 hours.
Oh wow!
So yeah, you can make the argument, and then it's. But anyways, enough of that.
You sound badass when you say that.
There's a lot of different angles you can take with the job to make it sound like really good really bad.
Exactly. That's very true. So it's just like I'll get off of my soapbox now.
On one hand, we've once found a flat screen TV at the side of the road that worked perfectly fine. It just had a little scratch.
Oh, no. That is a score.
Yeah, that's on one. And then on the other hand, I've seen someone from a scaffold pull down the pants and just take a shit right off of it. So,
oh my god!
Yeah, you just like...
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, like, you just... Really? Guys, like, really? We're...
Dude... This is like I wonder what would fucking happen. Like, imagine being the guy below that, like just like, oh my god, it's raining shit. Who just did that?
Oh man, you're not even wiping. At least clean up.
Oh my god.
Anyways, getting a little sidetracked there. Let's
I know.
Let's get the rundown on your show. What's the show about? How many people do you have on the show? And is it a weekly thing?
We do it bi-weekly now, honestly, because doing it weekly, that got way too stressful. It was originally going to be weekly, but then I was just like, there's not enough to talk about within a week. And even we, like, basically what we talk about, we just sort of, like, we go over the updates of RuneScape Old School, and we just sort of say, I kind of like this, I don't really like that. And it's a bunch of Iron Men talking about it, so it can get a little bit circle jerky. I totally admit to that, but, it's just, that's what we do. We just sort of talk about, what we like about certain updates. We used to really go over it. I mean, I still really like going over achievements of stuff, but that just... achievements of like other Iron Men. They do all types of stuff. Like it is really hard to keep up with the subreddit, but sometimes it's even like, even when we do promote their achievements, it's just like it gets seen on the subreddit anyway.
Yeah,
we give shout outs every once in a while, but honestly, we just we're much more of a community thing where we discuss updates, what we do and don't like. And people seem to really genuinely enjoy that. So, and it's a really hard read when you got such a niche audience, because you got a variety of opinions of a small group of people. It's like, I don't want to say they're small, but like, it kind of is like with the Iron Man mode, it is honestly a smaller group of like a group of players there. It's kind of like, it has like Matt K actually put this perfectly in one of his LinkedIn posts. It was like there's the own community has like some sort of tribalism to it. It's just like you have your own camp that you're kind of. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that we're pandering, but like in a way, it's just like we all think the same anyway. So it's just like. I just say what I think, honestly. Like, I'll say what I'm thinking. I kind of run it by it, and then it's just like, oh, well, I didn't really think about it the way. That's a good point. Or it's just like, sometimes I'm like, you know what? You're totally wrong. No. but that's rare.
But no, it's good to have, like, the opinions from, like, like Iron Man or an Ultimate Iron Man, especially ones that are, like, a seasoned account. Because, at least for us, we're just kind of casual players. So there are times where I'm like, yeah, that update, that doesn't seem like a big deal. And then my brother's like, are you fucked? That's game breaking. I'm like, Yeah, now that I think about it, that is pretty game breaking.
There was the recent update where they're like, they were actually talking about this in our group chat on our from the client that I mod for. They were like, oh well, the message from Ghosts Ahoy being taken away, that kind of takes away from the lore, though. I'm like, does it really? It's a message. I mean, you can bring up the argument, sure, but it's just like it's a message to me. They're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, okay. So, bi-weekly show. How many people you got on the show? Is it the same people each week?
It's usually the usual crew of myself, two of the admins from Ironman CC, Damus, and Starscribe, or Ultimate. Sometimes she changes their names around. And then the Manus, he comes from We Play Hard, the CC. He's a really good guy. He also runs his own clan chat called We Play Hard. I came from Iron Man CC and Ultimate CC, the bigger mainstream Iron Man clan chats, and I think it was like up until really recently I actually committed to the idea of having a podcast, because up until we used to have a forums, I actually pitched this idea of having a podcast. It wasn't until really recently I committed to it, and one of the admins that was at the time actually really wanted to work on this, and it took me like months to actually like get my shit together and be like, okay, this is what we should do.
Yeah.
And then one of our, and he used to be a moderator, now he's like a more recent administrator of the clan. He's he's always been a regular member because, you know, honestly, he's on because he's much more of quality control. He actually like keeps us in check with like topics and stuff. He actually gave me like reasonable critique.
Okay.
And, like, trying to actually like run it like a Hexus podcast. And I was like thinking, you know what, you got a good point. Let's try it this way. And it ended up working really well for us ever since. So, you know, honestly, going through the updates was his idea. It's Damus, you know, like the desert treasure boss.
Okay.
And then the Manus is he's he's been with us from the beginning, honestly, and he's been a really great dude. Just like sticking it through us with thick and thin, honestly. Genuinely good person. And he runs the We Play Hard chat. I'm very certain he still has a YouTube channel where he runs and he just recently made an Ultimate Iron Man, and he is really in love with the game mode itself. So basically it's us four and whoever that we can get on for the show, honestly. We've had Settled, we've had Meduzo. We're planning on having Solo Mission on our podcast at some point. We've had other clan members, like from then we just casually invite them on if they ever want to come on. I'm actually getting some like DMs on Reddit, so like I have to actually check those and see like other people who want to join the podcast. And you know, and you guys are all obviously more than welcome to come on.
Oh man, us normies.
The normies, yes. I have to pass that by around bureaucracy, but I'll fit you in because I actually moderate the YouTube channel. You know,
the secret society of Iron Men. I like it.
A secret society. Well, I mean, I'm not that inclusive about it. Like, I'm open to other opinions about like these things because, again, I used to be a normal account too. Some people forget that. Like, they get it in their heads of, like, this kind of falsity is, like, I'm an Iron Man, so your opinion is shit. And I'm like, you know, these are the people that also pay for the game that you're playing, so you might want to shut up. Like, they just have a different thing. And honestly, yeah. I mean, you know, honestly, if we could just, like, fucking, like, hold hands and just say, you know what? I disagree with your play style, but you're all right. Sure, whatever.
Let's just play RuneScape and watch the real world
burn. We could watch the real world burn, yes. Honestly, I feel like that would be, like, one of the best things that this game could have, because, like, you know, it's... Honestly, I would really like to hear some, like, normal account opinions for once, because it's just, like, I'm surrounded by almost, like, nothing but Iron Man, and every normal account is just, like... In our clan chat, anyway, that's just like it's someone that just does a throwaway count to spam. So it's just like very rarely do I see like any normal account that I can actually like on game. It's just like it's either just like it's a really uncomfortable form of praise, and feel illegitimately uncomfortable. I'm like, Yeah, dude. I just sort of play it. It's not too hard, but I'm sure you can do it.
One step at a time.
Just one step at a time. But and then they're like, "Oh my god, it's amazing!" They put you on a pedestal almost, and it's really cringy and uncomfortable, and I don't like that. But it's just to feel like a normal conversation for once. That makes me feel like way better about it. Is honestly. To open up with like an honest discussion, honestly, like not even evaluating not even putting the white helmet next to my name. It's just like, oh, okay, I feel free to like just say whatever I want now. It feels great. If like, and then it's just like, when you're even on Reddit, like that they treat you all the same. That's one thing the only thing that I like about Reddit is like they treat you with like almost the same exact opinion as if like a normal account was to say it, but. This is like a huge rambling tangent. I apologize, but still,
this is interesting. I've never heard this perspective.
Like, honestly, like I mean, I do like being an ultimate. I like the playstyle, but honestly, all we really need is this like I don't know what you would call it. Is this like if we could just like disagree with that? Would just like it's just like the console wars, like my piece of it's like the conduit and OSB wars.
Oh, you talk okay. If people all agree with each other, no, agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree, essentially. Yeah, it's just like conduit versus old school buddy. It's just like, look, if you have your preference, that's fine. And if you weren't at our throats constantly, maybe we could actually agree to like improving the game a little bit, kind of.
Yeah.
I suppose. I mean, I could be totally wrong. Like, just leave me alone. I'm the guy that says is like, just leave me alone. Just. Let me play my game the way I want to play it. Don't put me on a pedestal. Don't shit on my like ideas. Just let's just all play the game and just have fun because that's why this is really here.
Yeah, well, it's good to talk about it too, and as civilized as escapers can be. I like it.
Yeah, honestly, yes. It's just like, oh my god, some people like. When I've like suggested a few things, I'm like, like some people really get at my throat about some of my opinions of like even like God Wars Dungeons. It's just like honestly, yeah, it's just like we should just chill. Like it's a video game, and I even have to tell that to like some of the clients the client chats that I moderate. I'm like, dude, chill out. It's just a video game. It's okay to play it the way you want to play it. It's fine.
It's not.
No, it's not. You must be efficient. I'm like, dude, it's okay to just take your time. It's here for your fun and your amusement, honestly.
And that's why we all love it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the very few games that actually did that, and it was actually pretty innovative for its time. But anyways.
I think it's a very unique game for comparing.
Yeah, comparing to its time, yeah, it's very, very innovative at its time. Like 2000, this was huge.
Oh yeah, and it was a web browser. You didn't have to go out and buy a disc.
Just go log into work while you're at break and just cut the fucking trees down.
My God, sounds amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so I was thinking of some updates to like get your opinion from, since the ultimate Iron Man perspective.
Yeah, sure.
But really, the big one coming up, June 1st, Inferno Cape. Well, I guess just the Inferno in general. What do you think of that? Are you going to go for it day one?
Honestly, I'm genuinely excited about it. As far as actually going for it, I need to actually, have room in my inventory for it first. I really do like that idea, though. I thought the cape idea was funny, though. Because they have this, like, huge fuck-off weight at the bottom of the cape. Because I'm like, that's gonna choke you. Let's be real. And I even brought this up on the podcast last time. I'm like, yeah, I'm a really big fan of shoulder pads. And they're like, those ugly fucking things on your shoulders. I'm like, dude, come on.
Every game's got them.
Like, every game, it's true. It's so true.
Every MMO, that's such a huge part, is having huge shoulder pads.
Yeah,
I don't know, spalders? That's what I wanted to call it, but that's not even a word, I don't think.
I think? I don't remember the word. Like, just like big fuck off, like not shoulder pads, or maybe even like the Warhammer 40K, like upper arm pads. What would you call those? I think those might be what you're talking about. Like, they make you like look like a space marine almost.
Yeah. But okay, yeah, that's great. Where are they able to like find your show and get in touch, and where are you guys like available on the interwebs?
On the interweb, we're on www.youtube.com. If you search for IronScape Podcast, you will be able to find us just as easily. And I'll prove it right now and see if Google fails me. Let's see.
Oh shit! I feel like we should have had a drum roll going.
And yes, you actually can find us by just quite literally typing in IronScape Podcast on the search function of Google. We will be the very first thing at the top there.
Ooh, that's a good feat.
Actually, yes, it isn't.
Our
Thanks.
show, when you type it in, it just comes up with all these like into the wilderness hunting shows and all these camping shows, and I'm like,
Yeah,
one day there'll be a guy looking for a camping podcast, and he's going to stumble upon our RuneScape podcast. So.
Okay. When you type in the Wilderness Podcast, to be fair, there is your channel does show up. Let's be honest, it is there.
Yay!
It is actually there.
We exist, and we're
No, I was. No, it was just No, I was actually kind of surprised because when I got your idea about Reddit, I was like, the Wilderness Podcast, is this like Return of Wilderness? And then I was just like, oh fuck, I better not. I'm like, oh, okay, they're they're just this is a bunch of guys. They're all right. They're not scumbags.
I missed out on some of that drama. I just see snippets every now and then. I never even thought about the logistics of that. Yeah, so you guys are on YouTube. Yeah. Anywhere else if you want them to get in touch or follow you or anything like that? Twitter?
I mean, you can follow Ironman CC on Twitter. Honestly, our podcast Twitter will only post the... if you type in IronScape Podcast on Twitter, let's actually see what happens. You should be able to also find us on the podcast for Twitter there by typing in IronScape Podcast, but for that one, you'll mostly only get when our next podcast is out. If that's a really good way of getting in touch with, if you're not a fan of YouTube or you don't have a YouTube account, that's another great way to see that if we have the next video out.
So, yeah, I think that's. I feel like I'm missing like a key question or a key thing that we should have talked about, and I'm not going to remember till later. So that's usually
I hate that too. Isn't that the worst?
That's kind of our gimmick from the show. We just drop the ball on things. So awesome, IronScape Podcast. Toby, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, cool. We'll talk in the future.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, and we're back. We hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully you can come back on the show again sometime. That'd be great. Yeah, if you guys want to follow him on Twitter, you can find him at IronScape Cast, all one word. And if you want to, the show's mainly on YouTube, but you can find it if you just search IronScape Podcast. It'll show up there. And yeah, if you're interested in if you're an Iron Man too and you want to get some information, they know a lot about Iron Man stuff and all that shit right there. So they're really knowledgeable, which is great. So definitely worth checking out if you're into that. You might be wondering, how can you find the Wilderness Podcast? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. On Twitter, you can find us at The Wilderness RS. You can find us on YouTube by searching The Wilderness Podcast. I don't know why I keep mentioning that, but you're just going to find episodes on there for now. So yeah, go ahead and rewatch them if you want. Our Facebook is facebook.com/The Wilderness Podcast. If you want to join our clan chat, it's WildCC. And if you want to send us an email for whatever reason, and we'll read on the show if it's worth reading. If you want to tell us a story, a question, tell us we suck, whatever it is, you can email us at thewilderness.podcast@gmail.com. And lastly, we have a Discord, so if you're interested in joining, let us know, and we will get you a link out there. I think I got them all. Did I get them all?
I think so.
Sweet. All right, so what you got coming up next week? Anything exciting you want to mention?
Hopefully I'll get 99 attack before you guys hear this. I should be able to get it today or tomorrow.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, no, same thing. Probably just the same thing all week. Just doing Slayer, maybe some Rocket League, some movies
Cool.
while I'm doing those.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, buddy. Hopefully I'll get a Superior Heart and just, get some progress going. Get some real progress going.
Yeah, you gotta be real lucky to get that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really know what's going on next week, but I have been thinking, and for those of you who are listening who've stuck with us from the very beginning, you'll know our 1-year anniversary is coming up in September. A couple months away, but I think it's worthwhile to do something fun.
Yeah.
Maybe a drop party, maybe some giveaways. I don't know. We'll do something, though. So that's in September. Stay tuned. Yeah, for more information. We'll let you know as we plan things, I guess. I guess that's it. Yeah, so that's episode 37 for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for everyone out there listening. We really appreciate it. Thanks for everyone supporting us.
Yeah.
I'm Dills.
I'm Deegan.
Yeah, there it is. And we are signing off for the night. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, have a good one.
My dog says bye, too.